What's going on, guys? It's Simon from Spin Out Cards, back again. Another PSA return. Finally got this one back. I've been waiting for this for months. The first one, I sent 2 submissions back to back, like a week after, one after the other. And the first one I got back, which was the last video I made, which was, I don't know, a few months ago at this point. This one took forever. So we're back finally. Let's crack into it and see what we get. Now, I'm sure everyone says this, and I probably said it on the last one, but it has been so long. It has been literally months since I sent these cards in, and obviously this is a blind reveal. I have not looked at these. It's funny because one of my business partners earlier saw the package come in, and he has one of his personal cards in here, and he was like, come on, open it. And I was like, I can't, I gotta make a YouTube video. And he was like, well, show me the list, I want to see what I got. And I pulled it up and I gave him the phone, and he was sitting there flipping through it, and I was like, and I see him make a face going, ooh, look at this one, look at that one. And I'm like, I just want to know what it is. But now we finally get to see it. So I don't know if his card will be the first one in here. It is not. I think his is going to be at the bottom, actually. Or maybe not. I don't know if these came back in the same order that I sent them in. I can't remember if they did for the last one either. But either way, we got a Greninja promo. I think I had some of these in the last submission as well. I sent in a bunch of these things. I think I had like 3 or 4 each of the Greninja and the Kingdra. So I think the last one got a 9. Let's see what this one got. Nice! We got the 10. Yeah, I had so many of these things, and I also, like, I had some that I didn't send in because they were not super clean, but all these ones that I sent, I think it was like 3 of each. Super nice. So we're starting out strong. Got a 10 on the first one. Let's see what the next is. Oh, another one. All right, let's see if we can do back-to-backs. Hey, we got it. Let's go. 2 back-to-back. Oh, that's fantastic. These things, as with everything in the market right now, are absolutely shooting up. Same thing with the boxes. I have a few of the boxes, and they are also shooting up. So let's see what else. Oh, now we got the Kingdra. This art, personally, I like this art better than the other one. I mean, obviously Greninja is a more popular Pokemon, but this artwork is just incredible. So let's see if we can do it. Nice. Oh, dude, we're killing it. 3 out of 3 right now. So good. Oh my gosh. All right. Another one, of course, back to back. Now, usually when you send multiples of the same card in a submission, you're usually bound to get beat on at least a couple of them. So let's see if we can break that cycle here. Oh my gosh, dude, we're killing it. 4 10s in a row. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Right? Golurk V. One of the lesser alt arts from Evolving Skies, but I mean, a super cool art nonetheless. Let's see what this one gets. 9. Okay. Have to start out somewhere. No. Maybe the centering?
I mean, it's alright, like.
I'm not sure exactly what the issue was, but either way. If one's gonna get a 9, it's that one. I don't care. I'm not as invested in that one. Okay, a little Charizard from Obsidian Flames. Another set that is just absolutely popping off right now. I mean, the cards, not so much. To be fair, I have not kept up with the individual cards as much as like the sealed products, but I mean, I know this is the second best card in Obsidian Flames. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what we get. Nice. Oh, dude, I don't know why. Like, this is maybe like a $150 card, maybe. But for some reason, when I was preparing this submission, I was like, dude, I really hope this card gets a 10. Because it's a very cool looking gold card. It's not your like I feel like it's not your typical gold card, but I don't know why. I don't know why I cared probably more than I should have that this one got a 10, but we got it. Now we're at 5 out of 6 on the 10s right now. Let's keep up the good luck. Oh, I hope this gets a 10. The last one I sent in got a 9, and these things are becoming extraordinarily valuable for cards that cost like $2 raw, like, you know, last year, or I guess we're in 2025, but in 2023 these cards were just so cheap. Let's see what we get. Damn. I was really hoping that I could get at least 110 on one of these UPC promos, because I probably, again, I think because I had this card in the last video, I probably said the same thing, that I feel like we kind of got robbed of this card in English because they made it a promo, because like pulling this card in Japanese was like so satisfying because it's such a cool artwork. But let's see, Squirtle illustration rare. Again, I know I'm probably repeating myself at this point, but these things are so hard to grade. Like, all illustration rares are just tough. They're just tough. So let's see, can we get a 10? Nice, let's go. Oh my gosh. I always get so pumped when I get 10s and like illustration rares and 10s, because I've just gotten beat on so many of them. So many of them I've gotten beat on where they're like, they're perfect. I mean, usually I'm not trying to send in anything that's less than perfect. And you know, sometimes you take the hit on a 9, sometimes even an 8 for reasons that you cannot tell. But either way, we're doing good. We're doing good. Oh my god, another one that is going absolutely insane right now, this card. I mean, these cards were like, I remember when this card was like $75, you know, like raw, they're like 200 plus now. I'm pretty sure the 10s are going for probably close to 500 at this point. Like, these are just going nuts. Now, let's cross our fingers.
Oh, God! No!
Of course. Can't all be winners. What are you gonna do? Always trying to figure out what it is, what the reason is. Yeah. And then sometimes you could just crack it, regrade it, gets a 10. You just never know. Oh, another Crown Zenith, little RCSV star action. Again, another one that is popping off, probably like a $50 card. Maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago, $50. Now it's like 120, I think. 10s are maybe $200, $250. Let's see. An 8? Brother, what is going on? An 8?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What is it? I don't see any whitening or anything. That might be a regrade. Unfortunately, I just sent off another PSA submission like earlier this week. It just got there. But that one I did, they had a January Turbo Bulk special. So it's like, but the PSA also raised their prices recently. You know, for the Collectors Club, it used to be $13.99 a card, or maybe those were the specials. It was $14.99 a card, I guess. Now they're up to $16.99, so $17, and they had a January Turbo Bulk special for $24.99. So I just sent in like almost 4. I didn't have enough for 2 separate submissions. I had to send in like 36 cards, I think it was. But those ones, so it's basically the same value, but in like half the time. So like 20 business days instead of 45 business days. So on the next, hopefully, well, definitely will be faster than this one. So we'll have another video here probably about a month's time. So anyway, let's get back to this. More More Crown Zenith action. I believe I was a little skeptical about this one, but you never know with PSA. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense. You might get a 10 on this and that Arceus with an 8. Nobody knows. What did I tell you? Oh, yeah. I think the centering was... Yeah, look, like left to right, the centering was not perfect. So I was a little bit skeptical. I think top to bottom as well. But I guess everything else was perfect. You never know with PSA. You never know. But I'll take any 10s they give me. That's for sure. All right. We're still doing good ratio-wise. I think we're, what, half and half? What do we got? 2, 4, 7. 7 and 4. Almost half and half. Almost half and half. So doing pretty good so far. Never gotten a 10 on these. Never. I've sent in probably 5 of them in separate submissions. Never gotten a 10. Give it to me, PSA. Give it to me. An 8? I think it's the first time I gotten an 8. They've all been 9s before. God, they don't like these cards, do they? It's a tiny white dot. I don't know if you could see it. Top left corner. I mean, you always gotta... I mean, if everything else is good, you gotta take the risk. You know? You gotta take the gamble. But, man. That's wild. All right. The non-10 stack is growing. I don't like this. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. All right, we got a Charizard VMAX, Champion's Path. This is one of the cards that's been really stable for a long time. Like, I'm fairly certain that this price probably hasn't budged that much. This has been like a $250 to $300 PSA 10 for years at this point. I feel like maybe not that long. I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, it's all right. Like,
yeah. Still a decently valued card in a 9. Can't remember how I felt about this one when I sent it in, but I think it was the same. Maybe it was the same as the Darkness Ablaze Charizard, where I wasn't sure, or I had to take the gamble. But ooh, a little Galarian Zapdos action. This is a card I feel like I don't see that often. Probably, and I feel like an underrated alt art. Like, you know, everyone's always so caught up with the evolutions and, you know, the big cards, the Rayquazas and all that sort of stuff. But this is a really cool card. I like this card a lot. Let's see. Centering's not perfect, but we've come to find out that doesn't always matter. So let's see. Let's go. Nice. We needed a 10. We needed a little win. We've been getting beat on these last few. Beautiful card. Alright. Let's keep the luck going. Let's keep it going. Alright, so this is my one of my business partners card. And obviously this is a big guy. This is not a 10. We know it. We knew it was not a 10 when we sent it when we were sending it in. He was like, "What do you think it's gonna get?" And I said, "If you're lucky, a 9. If not, probably an 8." It was not perfect, but it wasn't, you know, it had maybe like a little bit of whitening on the back, like 1 or 2 dots, and maybe a slight scratch on the front or something. I mean, this is definitely, I don't know if they consider this mid-era or vintage, but I mean, 2008, this is a 17-year-old card, so you can't really have too high hopes for it, but the condition was pretty good. In my opinion, it's going to be an 8 or a 9. We'll see what PSA says. 7. Mean. So mean. I'm let down on that one. He's gonna yell at me and say that it was my fault. Because I told him, don't get an 8 or a 9. He'll get an 8 or a 9. But what are you gonna do? Same thing. Always a gamble. Alright, some more Evolving Skies action. A Leafeon V. Again, I haven't been keeping up crazy with every, you know, modern card in the last 5 years with this crazy boom we're having in the market, but if I had to guess, this card has probably gone up, especially with the release of Prismatic Evolutions, because the Evolutions are all the hype right now, baby. So I think this was a potential for centering, but let's see. Nice! Oh, it's nothing like an Evolution in a 10. There's nothing like an Evolution in a 10. Definitely, I mean, it's not my favorite V alt art, but great card nonetheless. Nice, like I said, I will take a 10 of anything. Another Gardevoir. Now this one I know is shooting up. Aldean Fates is popping off. That Bubble Mew is $1,000, I think, right now. And this is like the third best card in that set, and was very undervalued for a long time. It was like a $40 card raw for probably, I think, like from shortly after release it was $40, $50 and didn't really move from there. And now it's, I think it's approaching $100 raw, 200 plus in a 10. I think I had one in the last submission too, that 10, so let's see if we get lucky. What is with these 8s? Oh my gosh. Man, that's wild.
I declare bankruptcy!
This thing was clean. I know it was clean. I wouldn't have sent it in if it wasn't clean. I don't understand. I don't understand the 8 versus the 9. There's so many things that I send in and I go, this isn't gonna 10, and it gets a 9. But then there's things that I send in, I'm like, this is gonna 10, and it gets an 8. And I'm like, where's the logic? I would love to see like what their grading scale is and how they define what's worthy of an 8, what's worthy of a 9, and what's worthy of a 10 for that matter. Because I've seen cards with plenty of not like plenty of imperfections, but like cards with an imperfection that get 10s, such as centering or maybe a small amount of whitening. But who knows? Maybe it will be a secret forever. Now this is the only non-Pokemon card that is in this submission. This was the PSA magazine promo. It's funny because we were at like a show and we had this card like in our display, and I was like, I don't remember where this came from. And my other business partner goes, oh, that's the PSA magazine promo. And I was like, oh, that's where it came from. I had completely forgotten about it. But anyway, these are fairly valuable for a card that, I mean, I guess for people that are subscribed to the Collectors Club, you know, they get the magazine every month or every other month, whenever it is they send it out. I mean, it's free. They give it away for free. And I'm pretty sure raw, it sells for like $150 or something, and something around there, or at least the last time I checked. And then 10s are, you know, a little bit more, not a crazy amount more. But I'll tell you what, if this doesn't get a 10, whose fault is it? It's PSA's fault, because this card went from the sealed package to the sleeve to the card saver and went right back to them. So this better 10. I have no words. I have no words. You have got to be kidding me. I'm unhappy with this. I'm not having fun. I'm kidding. I am having fun. I love doing this, but that is very disappointing. Ooh, a Blastoise. I had like 7 of these cards raw. I was picking up a ton of 151 special illustration rares and illustration rares over the last few months at shows and from people online and all over the place. And I had like 7 of these Blastoises, and every single one had something slight here, something a little white, a little off center, whatever. This was the cleanest one that I had. Don't let me down. I'm begging you. Yes! Ah, needed that win after the One Piece disappointment. Ah, thank you. It's funny, I've sent, maybe only sent like one or two other of these ones, but I had a personal one that I sent from a Demigod pack that I pulled back when 151 released of the Blastoise, Wartortle, and Squirtle, and I got 10s on the Wartortle and Blastoise, not the Squirtle. They could have been sequential, but either way, I think this is the only other 10 I've gotten in this card, and that is very satisfying. That card is definitely up, not as much as the Charizard, but what are you gonna do? Blastoise is always number 2. It happens. He's used to it at this point. And the last one, another 151 Special Illustration Rare Alakazam. I got a 10 on the last one, but that trend has not saved me in this video, so I'm gonna prepare myself for disappointment. Let's see. Hey, we got it! Awesome. All right, so again, as with last time, fairly similar ratio, I feel like. I think it might have been exactly the same. 3, yep. 9, well, now I have 8s. In the last one, I didn't have 8s. I got like, what, 3 8s in this one? 1, 2, well, I don't feel like that counts because we knew that wasn't gonna 10. And it's vintage. Another 8 there. Oh my God, so many 8s. So many 8s. Ah, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at this afterwards and see if these are worthy of a regrade, but didn't like that very much. But yeah, same amount of 10s as last time. 11 10s, so 55% ratio. I will take that. So we got the Alakazam in a 10, the Blastoise in a 10, the Leafeon in a 10, the Galarian Zapdos in a 10, another Leafeon, Crown Zenith in a 10, Squirtle Illustration Rare, very happy with that. Very happy with my Golden Charizard. Very happy with that. And the promos, 2 each. 10s on all of these. I got blessed with these ones, I tell you what. Because, I mean, it's a promo, you know? More often than not, you don't do too well on the promos because they're just sandwiched between 2 pieces of plastic with, you know, people tossing the boxes around. But, I mean, I'm not crazy. Yeah, I always, oh, I did pretty good. And then I look at the ones that didn't get 10s and I go, but I wanted these in 10s. So, but this one's crazy. That I don't count. I can't count that one. This is crazy. These 8s really have to take a closer look at. That 8 is in a category of its own because PSA, that's just rude. That's just rude. But this guy, I think he wasn't perfect. I think because I had a couple of this one as well, and I was just trying to pick out the best one. There might have been something with that. Again, another promo. This guy, again, not too concerned. So, I mean, yeah, there's a few disappointments, but overall, anything over a 50% ratio, I am happy with. I am absolutely happy with anything over a 50% ratio, unless it happens to be all of the lower value cards that are 10s and the high values that are below, but it is what it is. So like I said earlier, the next sub, the next video that we're gonna make is a considerably larger sub, almost twice the size, and there is some mega heat in there. I won't spoil it, but we got some big ones in there. We got some big ones, and that one, like I said, was the special for the month where it's 20 business days. So in theory, by the end of February, we should have that back. So within a month, we should be making a new video. And that one's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a scorcher, that one, because we got some fire in there. And it's a mix of modern and vintage. I had bought up a bunch of vintage hollows, some first editions as well. Not to give too much away, there is some other heat in there, I promise. But yeah, so there's a fair amount of vintage in the next sub and modern. It's gonna be lit, I promise. But anyway, thank you guys again for watching. We did okay. I'm not too sad at the end of the day. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one.